Hi, everybody. This is Ashley Boyd again with the Science of Intuition. Everybody, this is Pam Denton. Pam, please introduce yourself. Let us know who you are and what you do, because I'm super pumped to have you.
Well, what don't I do? I started off as a doctor of chiropractic, and now I'm a business coach and consultant, and I help people access the deeper meaning to their business so that they can drive their profit with purpose. I really believe in businesses right now accessing depth and connection and building people skills within the matrix of their business. And so I'm a spiritualist and I have a very practical business approach, and I work with business leaders.
I love that because it's like hard, tangible logic with like the woo-woo.
Yes, right. They integrate.
Yep. That's perfect. So let's dive into a little bit of how you apply the woo-woo to the logic, because I feel like some people don't think that they can be integrated. And for myself, that's all that's integrated is literally like, that's how I use science to grasp onto, to then like let go a little bit, to let the woo-woo flow.
That's right. Yeah, we can have both. We can have the science and the intellect and the woo-woo, and they can work together. And in business, it's magic, because when you're in alignment, complete alignment, mind, body, and spirit with what you want, you can actually achieve it. It's not just the mind, it's getting the energy into the body, the vibration of what you want to achieve, who you want to be, and how you want to impact lives. So I help people get deeper inside of their body, out of the mind and into the body, to manifest what they want in their leadership. I truly believe right now that leaders are waking up to the fact that they need to do something more with their leadership. It's not about micromanagement and control and domination and aggression anymore. It's about people connecting, and technology has really set us up for that. Again, analytical, science-based world has set us up as big connectors. And now as people, we're ready to connect. We're ready to have relationships and build bridges. And we have a lot of broken bridges out there. So the first one is right here, through the body, connecting with who you are and what you want to do with your life.
I think it's so true, because your vibration has to be at the level of playing that you want to do. So if your vibration is low and you want to get to a higher place, then you need to start implementing things to get to that higher place. And then, as I was talking to somebody the other day, then you're like transmitting this and you're accepting what's coming to you. And some people just don't understand, when you want your business to thrive, or your life to thrive, your love life to thrive, your kids, you have to get that aligned. You can't be like this or like this. You gotta like in alignment. Yes. So how do you teach people how to do that?
Meditation to open a deeper channel or conduit to self. So I, for years, starting with nervous system health, have been working with the inner brain and the self-awareness center of the brain. Through yoga and through chiropractic, very funky kind of different forms of chiropractic, which open gateways of consciousness, I have been applying these tools for over 17 years with people, teaching them how to meditate to get into the self-awareness center of the brain, and then connect that to the inner body wisdom. And so through very simple exercises, I also use a lot of writing and coaching, pulling stuff out of people. I help people get to that deeper wisdom place.
That's amazing, because I feel like sometimes people don't grasp the concept of using the body with the mind, and using chiropractics is huge. I mean, I have a 4-month-old, and he is getting cranial sacral work, because all of his nervous system was a little shocked, because he was born early. So it's like proof is in the pudding when you're able to just help and align the body. It aligns your brain, which are your neurons, and you just fire. Your synapses fire on full cylinders. I always go back to a car theory, because you have to have a jump start in yourself, which is the awakening, I think, or the awareness. And then your cylinders start firing and all your neurons start working amazing. So aligning that is huge.
Yeah, we have to have a cleaner for our nervous system. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of us have sludgy nervous systems. Just like we have plaque on our teeth, we can have plaque in our body and on our nervous system. So the coding to the nervous system can actually, which is called the dura mater, can actually get coated and stuck and stagnant, and the cerebral spinal fluid can get stagnant. So as we run the breath and the meditation through the body, it clears out and cleanses the nervous system at a really deep level. And in that is what you're talking about, the awakening happens. Your lights kind of turn on and all of a sudden you realize who you are. It helps to be working with an intuitive like myself, because I am so clean and crisp and clear that I receive visions for people even when they're sludgy. So when they're going through the coaching process of who am I as a leader, I have suggestions that come through me because we're connected. Like I connect to you, the leader, and then the information comes through me and I feed it to you.
It's interesting because nobody, out of all the people that I was talked to, nobody has talked about like the sludge. It's so true. Being in the hospital, I work a lot with neurological patients, and it's interesting. There's some medicines that they give that can unsludge people, but I'm such the anti-medicine person. I just sit there and clear their energy and meditate with them. And the doctors are like, it's not going to work. And they really don't believe that it will. And then the next day they come and see them and they've changed. There's an actual physical change because I know, because I can see it in my head what happens. Like I can actually see like the dendrite of the cell, like the little feelers of the neurons, like almost like a broom I see in my head, and it gets clean. It's very strange. I don't know how to explain it besides I see everything going on in my head, and people just don't understand. It's a straight lubrication. It's like glucosamine for your muscles and your joints. The same purpose. And I think a lot of people can understand glucosamine as a supplement and getting it from actual food intake for your joints. It lubricates the joints so it feels better. And it's the same thing for your neurons to fire at a faster rate and a cleaner. Instead of being a glitch, it'll just fire, if that makes sense. It's
I mean, you're onto such a cool topic because our signals slow down when we are not clear and clean and vibing. And there's so much science to this. There are movies that they used to show at my trainings way back in chiropractic school of putting a vibration under like a petri dish and cells change. So cells can change, neurons can change, nervous system signals can change. And the more you clean out yourself, and the number one start place is breath and awareness, the more your neurons can start to do what they're meant to do. I also have this really cool piece of science that I use called the Divine Spark meditation. It's my go-to. And I take people back to creation, the science of creation, and I reteach them that we all came from a sperm and an egg. We all had a 2-cell unity, and we all had this magical experience, and whatever you want to call it, that was the hookup, it was you. You know, the 2 cells from your parents came together and you hooked up to that moment. Your soul chose to come in. So we all have a soul. We all made a choice to come in, and it's science. It's like science happened. And then what happens is those cells divide and we get the neural tube. We're a tube, you know, that can collect stuff. And the moment those 2 cells start to come together is the moment that we can start to collect vibrations that are detrimental to our soul. So sometimes we have to go back and clear out the sludge from past stuff that we experienced in our mother's womb, between our parents, you know, all that. So it's so cool.
I love it. Well, I wish that I could pick your brain for another 2 hours, and hopefully we can get you on our Facebook group to chat a little bit more for people to really dive deep and maybe do a question and answer. I think that would be uber fun. Will you let people know where they can find you?
Yes, you can find me at Pam Denton, Denton, like dentist.com. And all my information is there about my business consulting and coaching and my superpower, which is visionary strength. And you can access me through my website for any questions. I love to talk about science. I am a science guru, and
love it. Awesome. Thank you so much, Pam. I really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.